the personality and the characteristics of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and also afterward we began talking about the fada'il, virtues and moral merits and characteristics of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. So last night we started, and then tonight we want to specifically address him in this very important occasion that, according to my own understanding, it's not less than the tragedy of Karbala. Then to some extent, even we can say that the sadness and the tragedy that we faced is to some extent greater in terms of a ma'soom who has been oppressed in this specific tragedy. Now, what we want to do is actually having more insight and recognition of Ali ibn Abi Talib tonight, as he deserves to be addressed. So when we're talking about the very title of Ali ibn Abi Talib as to be called as Ameer Al-Momineen, what is special about this very title that a person like Ali ibn Abi Talib has been characterized with? You know, what I want to say is that sometimes the characteristics that I'm going to be described with are giving meaning to me. So, for example, they will say, this Sheikh Muhammad is so and so, or Sayyid Anbar is so and so, or Brother Nawab is so and so. Good person, moral person, ethical person. Okay. So these characteristics and attributes are giving meaning to us. Means we have got this kind of moral standards, and then we deserve to be evaluated with. So this is already a kind of one-way road. So I'm being described with certain examples. These examples are going to clarify some internal aspects of my personality. Okay. This is something which is very common among us. And then when we say that, for example, someone is handsome, someone is, for example, someone is internally spiritual, so this is the way. We want to clarify more by using these characteristics. But then we have another way that people will give meaning to the words. This is something else. So means if I want to understand the real meaning of this word, if I want to truly examine the specific meaning about Iman, I have to refer to Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. If I want to understand really what's about Ameer Al-Momineen, I will go and refer to Ali ibn Abi Talib, then I will understand the meaning of Ameer Al-Momineen. It's not another way around. Now this road is one way, but it's starting from Ali ibn Abi Talib, coming to the meaning of Ameer Al-Momineen. So Ali ibn Abi Talib is not a person to be recognized by Ameer Al-Momineen, but Ameer Al-Momineen is a title to be more clarified by the personality of Ali ibn Abi Talib. So much is the case when we say that Aliyun ma'al haqq wal haqqu ma'a Ali. So much also is the case when we say about Ali ibn Abi Talib that Aliyun adlun. I have explained this a little bit last year, I remember. When we say Aliyun adlun means if you want to understand the true meaning of adl and justice, refer to Ali ibn Abi Talib. Here is the clear example, very crystal clear, you will understand, and that's it. You don't need any more clarification. See how Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam was living 1400 years ago, you will clearly understand that what are the evident instances and examples in different situations and occasions of justice. That is why we say Aliyun Adlun. We say Ali is justice. We do not say Ali is just. There's much difference between saying that Aliyun Adlun, so I'm a just person. Okay, means already I'm the bearer of that title. But then sometimes we say Aliyun Adlun, means Ali equals to justice. They are like identical with each other. There is no any difference conceptually. This is something that is very important, and then we want to more delve into the example of Ali ibn Abi Talib in order to find out more about the title Ameer Al-Momineen. Recite the salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala قالت الأعراب آمنا. Some Bedouins came to Holy Prophet saying that آمنا, we have faith now. It was actually a common tradition in the time of Holy Prophet for some people in order to come with some good news and tidings to Holy Prophet, saying that already we are like other Muslims, means we embraced Islam and then now we welcomed your message. We are ready also to express our feelings with you, means that now we are in your team, now we are in your camp, now we are in your side, now we are also defending you. So it was actually a good news for Holy Prophet to receive more news of the converters, of the ones that they already embrace Islam. So قالت الأعراب آمنا. So some Bedouins, they came also to Holy Prophet that we're also in your camp. Now we embraced Islam. More than that, we have faith in you. So if I were, for example, Holy Prophet would say, thank you, welcome. That's perfect. We have also your supports as well. So supposedly when we go to a war, we want to fight our enemies, so you will be also a hand for us. But then, as somebody told us, sometimes we have to be frank with our ideologies, really. We should not play with the minds of the people. We should not say something rhetorically in order to attract the interests of the people. No, it shouldn't be like this. Sometimes, even if we're sure that we'll irritate some other people, we will annoy some other people, and some others are going to be bothered by our frank talk, but our ideology stands prior to other things. So this is very important. And then this is exactly what Holy Prophet in this ayah has been told to mention. قُلْ لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا قُلْ لَمْ تُؤْمِنُوا وَلَكِنْ قُولُوا أَسْلَمْنَا. Prophet, tell them, لَمْ تُؤْمِنُوا, you don't have faith. Now you're claiming that you have faith, but let me tell you the truth that you do not have the faith in the depth of your heart. وَلَكِنْ قُولُوا أَسْلَمْنَا. But okay, you have done something. You're not like other, for example, disbelievers. You're not like other kafirin. You're not like other some hypocrites and munafiqeen. You're not like other polytheists and mushrikeen. Okay, we accept that one step that already you embarked on, which is Islam. And then how I can be a Muslim? Well, when I utter two statements, I will be a Muslim. I will become a Muslim. What are those two main sentences? First, I will say, I will bear witness to the divine unity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. And then the second phrase is that I will bear witness to the prophethood of Holy Prophet. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. So these two statements are actually two essential phrases for me to become a Muslim. Everyone knows that. it is, of course, of its own type, means that it is something important. So many people did not dare also to convert to Islam, even saying explicitly these two statements, because sometimes we say, okay, now it's very easy. Now I will tell two of these statements and that's done. I'm a Muslim. But the question is, please consider the time of Holy Prophet when he was seized by polytheists in Mecca for 13 years. These two statements are not that easy to talk about. So, of course, being a Muslim is something which is, I can say, artistically and magnificently and significantly important. When you are living among polytheists, and then you have to courageously mention that I'm Muslim, this is important. But then again, Holy Prophet said you need to work more. More steps should be implemented so that you will be called as Al-Momineen. So this is one verse that we do have. According to this verse, we will understand that there is a difference between being a Muslim and being a mu'min, having Islam inside and having Iman inside my heart. So Iman is something that is referring to my heart. And then I talked about it. I have explained that part. That Iman, when I will have the very steadfast faith in something, so the practical consequences of that also will be completely manifested. So I have explained that. So this is called as Iman, something that is internal, something that I should have in my heart. This is Iman. And then Islam is something that I can just say it by my verbal expressions. Something that I can say it by language. This is not something that I can say I have in my heart, but then if I will show my submission and surrender to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His seal of the prophets, Prophet Muhammad, so that's enough. I'm Muslim. Being a Muslim is fruitful as well. If I'm not a Muslim, means that I cannot, for example, in terms of marriage, I cannot marry Muslim women. I'm already not a Muslim, I'm a kafir, for example, astaghfirullah, nasta'idhu billah, we seek refuge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even from mentioning it. But suppose that, we say that we do have in mantiq, in the science of logic, that sometimes we can imagine the impossible things. So, having this in our mind, I'm saying that, well, imagine impossibly that a person is infidel and kafir, so he is not allowed to marry a Muslim woman, a Muslim. So by uttering these two statements already, I will be brought into the context of Islam so that this ruling will be prescribed to me. Now I'm allowed. So these are, for example, in terms of inheritance, if I have a father who is Muslim but still I'm insisting to be infidel, I cannot inherit from my dad. But as soon as I will utter these two statements, so these are the fruits and consequences of Islam. So Islam also has got its consequences as well. Or for example, in the battles and wars that we had in the history of Islam, Muslims, they were fighting infidels. But now suppose that I will embrace Islam, not anymore my property, and then even my own life would be endangered, because already I'm Muslim, I'm from you, and then nothing is going to happen to me. So these are all the sequential consequences of being a Muslim. But at the same time, Iman is something else. So these are the fruits of Islam, and then being a Muslim. But then according to this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned وَلَمَّا يَدْخُلِ الْإِيمَانِ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ, means still long path has to be paved so that the faith will enter your heart. Means still Iman has not entered your heart yet. This is very important. Means that I have to do more. There is also another verse in Holy Quran that some people, they came and then they wanted to show now, we believe. And then taking into account that, well, we have favored you, O Prophet, we have favored you, that now I'm a Muslim. Take this into your consideration. Now I'm Muslim because of you. Take it into your consideration. Now I'm a Muslim now. Now I'm favoring you. As a kind of sign of minna, we say it in Islamic terminology, that, well, sometimes, oh, please do him a favor. It's so much like that they imagine Holy Prophet is just telling them, oh, please do him a favor and become a Muslim, convert to Islam, and then now I'm happy that you're converted to Islam. What is it to me? What is it to Holy Prophet? What's the business of Holy Prophet whether you are a Muslim or not? Of course, this is his business out of his kindness, out of his, we can say, deep concern for Muslims. But then we should not misunderstand this. This has nothing to do with our side, but then this is out of the embodied generosity and the kindness of Holy Prophet. So just take a look at this verse. يَمَنَّوْنَ عَلَيْكَ أَنْ أَسْلَمُوا قُلْ لَا تَمُنُّوا عَلَيَّ إِسْلَامَكُمْ. They say that now take into your account that we favored you, now we have become a Muslim. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded his Prophet, okay, tell them, do not think that you have favored me while you become a Muslim. And then قُلِ اللَّهِ يَمُنُّ عَلَيْكُمْ أَنْ هَدَاكُمْ لِلْإِيمَانِ. So now you have made two mistakes by this expression. First is that your Islam has nothing to do with Holy Prophet. I mean, this is not a fruit for Holy Prophet. Whether you're a Muslim or not, I'm a muballigh risalat Rabbi. I'm just a preacher. I will let you know about the truth. And then you are responsible whether to believe it or not. So much like here, some people, for example, some of the friends in the center will come to me, will warn me about my mistake. That, Shaykh, you have done this mistake. Okay, then if I will listen to the words, should I then afterwards saying that, okay, now I'm listening to your word, take into your consideration that now I'm favoring you? I mean, this is insane. And what is the logic behind this? Oh, you are just out of your sincerity is warning me that, wow, do not do this to yourself. Do not ruin your hereafter. Do not destroy your position when you are before God. But then I say, oh, okay, now I'm telling you that I'm listening to you, so you owe me one. What is it? What are you talking about? It's not for me, but it already refers to you. So this is the first mistake that they made. The second mistake is that they thought Islam is the final stage. I mean, the verbal Islam, as we can say. So Islam also has got degrees, has got levels. So we have a we can say like that, you will go for a swimming pool. So first you will start from the shallow area. And then when you are an expert in, or you are already a professional swimmer, so you will go in depth. You will start from the shallow area to the deep area. Okay, so is Islam. Islam, you will start with the shallow area. First, you're the beginner in Islam. And then you go in depth, down. You have to immerse yourself. Sometimes you have to immerse your head under the message of Islam, so that now you will be counted as a real Muslim, of course. And I think those final stages are to be called as Iman and faith. And then the second mistakes that they made already was this mistake. They already confused Islam with Iman. Okay, Islam is good, perfect. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has answered this mistake in the same verse. Is mentioned, بَلِ اللَّهِ يَمُنُّ عَلَيْكُمْ. God will tell you that I favored you. So who is worthy of saying that I'm favoring you? Allah, not you. For what? أَنْ هَدَاكُمْ لِلْإِيمَانِ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided you, not for Islam that already you mentioned, but for Iman. Recite the salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So already it means that Islam, okay, but then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, something that is praiseworthy is more than this shallow area. We've been faced so many examples like this, just to attract some of the youth of the session as well. You know that sometimes we'll start learning English, for example. As soon as I will learn some few sentences in English, I will start saying that, wow, I'm an advanced teacher, for example, in English, but I'm the beginner. What are those books that I'm studying and I'm learning? And then suppose that I will tell him I'm a professor in English while a professor of the university in the English department is standing before me, very close to me. You know English? So if you know English, who am I? If you already claiming that you're a master in English or you're a professor of English, so I will be a god of English now. You know, this is exactly the instance that we do have between these beginners in Islam and then when they say, oh, Prophet, remember, you're us, we are Muslim. What are you talking about? So, this is exactly the case with Ali ibn Abi Talib, if you want to really understand that what is specific about Ali ibn Abi Talib as well. Recite the salawat to tell you. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. I will let you know something that, well, both sides, I mean, whether Sunni scholars or Shia scholars, they have presented this idea in their books. So this is not something which is controversial. This is something which is common. Ali ibn Abi Talib, I want to tell you a little bit, maybe a story. But in a story, of course, they have their inner advice as well. The story, the true story of the Battle of Khandaq or Ahzab, two names for the same fight, this is very clear. The story is magnificent, you have heard it, maybe more than 1,000 times. But it is highly also related to our discussion and topic, Iman. Amr ibn Abdawad could just jump over that Khandaq, that very deep hole. Some few people could do that. And then because it was the gathering and collection, that side of polytheists of, we can say, almost all tribes in the side of polytheists. So that is why the battle also has been called as Ahzab, means it was not only one hizb and party, but parties, Ahzab, okay? So it shows already that it was that maximum level of the power of your enemy. And then among all these tribes, all these parties, one person is their representative, Amr ibn Abdawad. I'm telling you all this to understand the importance of this. He just jumped over the hole and then he started, yelling. This is the way sometimes in Arabic literature, if you want to show your power, you will start with introducing yourself. He started introducing himself, shouting, while he was with a few soldiers in this side of the battle. So not so many people, they were there. Amr ibn Abdawad was, of course, this one. No one dared to combat and then to fight Amr ibn Abdawad, to answer even his shout and yelling and screams. Holy Prophet said, addressed his own fellow Muslims and companions, whoever among you will go and confront Amr ibn Abdawad even if he is to be killed, I will give him the glad tidings of Jannah. I will promise. First time Holy Prophet mentioned this, no one said anything except Ali ibn Abi Talib. Sit down. For the second time. For the second time, again, Holy Prophet said, whoever among you is ready to confront and to fight Amr ibn Abdullah, there would be paradise promised for him. For the third time, no one. Then Ali ibn Abi Talib showed up. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So already Ali ibn Abi Talib came and said, well, I sacrificed my life for you now, as already I presented my life so many times before. Like Laylatul Mabit, already I did it. Even no reward of paradise, I will sacrifice my life for you. I don't need those rewards. So what happened in that, because Holy Prophet already lost two important figures till now and so far in his life. First, his uncle Abu Talib alayhi salam, in Shi'b Abi Talib, in that very tragic story. And then the second was Hamza Abdul Muttalib in the war of Uhud. So already he missed two important figures. And then here Holy Prophet has been mentioned to have said, كل الإيمان برز على كل الشرك. Or الإيمان كله برز على الشرك كله. Means now today we do have the whole Iman standing against the whole polytheism and shirk. Now we were talking about the meaning of Iman and faith. You will see one of the clear manifestations of it to be embodied in the person like Ali ibn Abi Talib. Kulluhu. This is a very magnificent expression, dear brothers and sisters. Please pay enough attention to it. Al-Iman kulluhu. Baraza ala shirk kulluhu. Means if we win till the day of judgment. If they win, nothing is to be remained from Islam anymore. It was very clear. Because all polytheists, they marched out and they were ready to kill every single person of Muslims. Ali ibn Abi Talib, had he been lost that battle, nothing would have remained from Islam. Al-Iman kulluhu baraza. And then, please, see what Holy Prophet has mentioned after that when he say, very magnificent, he said, coming up with a kind of prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma hafadhu. Then after that, turning around the head of Ali ibn Abi Talib, his own turban, giving his own Zulfaqar to Ali ibn Abi Talib. Now Zulfaqar and Ali ibn Abi Talib, they were coined identical in this specific battle. So Zulfaqar was given to, the sword of Holy Prophet was given to Ali ibn Abi Talib. The Amama and turban of Holy Prophet was given to Ali ibn Abi Talib. So everything was very critical and sensitive. And then Holy Prophet started praying to God, Allahumma hafadhu min bayna yaday wa min khalfih. Oh God, protect him. Min bayna yaday, from the front. Wa min khalfih, from behind. Wa an yaminih, wa an shimalih, from his right, from his left. Wa min fawq ra'sih, wa min taht qadamih, from above, from beneath his feet. Means, oh God, protect him. Now please understand a little bit about the feelings of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam toward Ali ibn Abi Talib. So passionate, very intimate, and then very close relationship here we'll find between Ali ibn Abi Talib and Holy Prophet. Holy Prophet was praying for Ali ibn Abi Talib's success in this specific way. Oh God, protect him from all directions. This Ali ibn Abi Talib. And then this was exactly the time that Ali ibn Abi Talib was struck once, and for the beginning, over his head by Amr ibn Abdawat. So this is actually the first strike, over his head. When Ali ibn Abi Talib could succeed in this specific mission, killing Amr ibn Abdawat, then what Holy Prophet mentioned. So this is very important as well. Recite the salawat to tell you. So, Holy Prophet has mentioned, أبشر يا علي فلو وزن عملك اليوم بعمل أمتي لرجح عملك بعملهم. لرجح عملك بعملهم means that, well, Ali, you have killed that enemy of Islam. Let me also tell you about what already I promised to you. Your action today, this specific only one example, one behavior, one action, one deed that you have done today equals the all actions and deeds and behaviors and good things that my ummah community are going to do till the day of judgment. One simple strike of Ali ibn Abi Talib in the day of Khandaq equals the whole actions and deeds of the Muslim community, my ummah. So my ummah is general. We are now the ummah of Holy Prophet, aren't we? Muslims, 1 billion Muslims around the world, they are the ummah of Holy Prophet, aren't they? Why is that? Why that action is that much important that equals infinite actions of all Muslims around the globe? Because already Ali ibn Abi Talib saved the roots of Islam. Al-Iman kulluhu baraza al-shirk kulluhu. So many other things we can say in this respect about the Iman of Ali ibn Abi Talib, but unfortunately we ran out of time. Tonight is the night that we have to share so many. Please, there is also a book that I would suggest you read over it. Manaqib ibn Shahr Ashub. So Manaqib means the virtues. So Ibn Shahr Ashub in this book has compiled a whole book about the Manaqib of, this is I think 4 volumes. At least the first 2 volumes only for the Manaqib and characteristics of Ali ibn Abi Talib. I wanted to tell you about only the chapters of this book, not the ahadith and traditions and quotations that already he stated. Would be thousands, but then, like for example, he started Musabaqa bil-Islam, means who was the first to convert to Islam, and then he started one by one. Read this book. This is very suggestible. So in this night, of course, it's also very clear that we have to commemorate the martyrdom of such a person. So I don't know why is that Shia of Ali ibn Abi Talib, not Shia of Ali ibn Abi Talib, I don't want to discuss it exclusively about the Shias. But then even Sunnis, I've seen them in different experiences that already I have from my different trips to different corners of the world, in Africa, in Asia, in America. So many Sunnis that they are the lovers of the school of Ahlul Bayt. So it doesn't mean that if a person is Sunni, he does not like the household of Holy Prophet. They also do love them. I don't know what is mysterious for these people. Like for example, Ibn Abi al-Hadid. Who was Ibn Abi al-Hadid? Ibn Abi al-Hadid was a Mu'tazili person, was a very critical Sunni believer, but at the same time he wrote the Sharh Nahj al-Balagh, the commentary over Nahj al-Balagh. And then also we can say the best. what is this specific about Ali ibn Abi Talib that these people, they cannot stand the love of Ali ibn Abi Talib? What is that secret behind the name of Ali ibn Abi Talib, that as soon as we will hear the name of Ali ibn Abi Talib, sometimes we cannot tolerate shedding tears for Ali ibn Abi Talib? For those oppressions that we will find happen to Ali ibn Abi Talib, a person who could already fight all those people, but he kept silent. So one of the oppressions, we have different kinds of strangers. So one type of a stranger person would be a person that he is not able to do anything among the people. He's been suffered, he's been suffering, he's been already oppressed aggressively, and then he cannot do anything about it. But we do have also a second type of strangers that although they are able to do something, to take revenge, to rebuttal, but at the same time they will keep quiet. So Ali ibn Abi Talib is a second type of a stranger. Ali ibn Abi Talib was living in Medina among his whole family, but then at the same time he was isolated for 25 years. Could not say anything. السلام عليك يا مولاي يا أمير المؤمنين السلام عليك يا سيد الوصيين السلام عليك يا أبا الحسن يا أمير المؤمنين يا علي بن أبي طالب يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا. All together. يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا وجيها اشفع لنا عند الله. So it is mentioned that the last days of Ali ibn Abi Talib's life, he was used to going to his children's houses. So like to Imam al-Hassan's house, like for example to Imam al-Hussein's house, like for example to Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha's house, like to Kulthum alayhi salam's house. And then he had very specific feelings during the last moments of his life. So here it has been mentioned that whenever he was thinking about the last moments of his life, looking and staring at the stars, looking at the skies, and then reminding of his death. So already he was predicting that his death is also very close. And then by just accident happened that the last night, which was like this night, Ali ibn Abi Talib happened to be in the house of Lady Zainab salamullah alayha, who has been also introduced as Kulthum. So Kulthum is one of the titles of Lady Zainab salamullah alayha. So Lady Zainab salamullah alayha came with the plate for Ali ibn Abi Talib to break his fast. What was in that plate? 2 loaves of the bread, a little bit salt, and then a glass of milk. Then Ali ibn Abi Talib said to Lady Zainab salamullah alayha, have you ever seen your dad to have 2 different kinds of dishes for the breakfast, for the iftar? Take one of these. Lady Zainab salamullah alayha came and to take the salt, said no, put the salt be, take that milk. Because when I want to see Holy Prophet, when I want to see my God, when I want to present before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I want to be thirsty. Reminding Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Then Lady Zainab salamullah alayha was asking, what is this feeling? Why are you that sad? I mean, I haven't seen you going through this feeling before. Then Ali ibn Abi Talib told him that his dreams, that I've seen Holy Prophet came, and then he said, now your sufferings are going to be finished. Very soon you will come to us, and then we will welcome you in a way that you deserve to be welcomed. When Lady Zainab salamullah alayha, she heard this from her father Ali ibn Abi Talib, she started burst into crying, weeping a lot. She started, shedding tears. You know that there is a very sensitive relationship between a father and, of course, a daughter. So Lady Zainab salamullah alayha started crying. I don't know what is specific behind the cry of the daughter for a dad. Because even Imam Al-Hussein alayhi salam was crying. Imam Al-Hassan also was crying. But then Ali ibn Abi Talib could just calm them down. Don't worry. But I don't know what is specific behind the cry of Lady Zainab salamullah alayha that even Ali ibn Abi Talib could not tolerate. He also started crying alongside Lady Zainab salamullah alayha. I don't know, and then now I will tell Ali ibn Abi Talib that today you could not tolerate the tears of Lady Zainab salamullah alayha. Where were you in the battle of Karbala in the day of Ashura? When Lady Zainab was left alone, she was just looking around and she couldn't find any person. Ayn al-Hasan, Ayn al-Husayn. Where are my brothers? Ayn al-Abbas, Ayn al-Qasim. She was left alone like a stranger. And then she addressed the grave of Holy Prophet and in his father Ali ibn Abi Talib. Oh my father, come and take us back to Medina. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. Sorry, recite the salawat please. اللهم صل على محمد